Hey, welcome to TOPGLOV Play Your Trading Buddy. So, as usual, we'll be discussing four counters in this video, two from the US market and two from the Malaysia market. And still the same, we will still be focusing on the chart technical analysis, the TA, because we believe the chart is the best insider. If you know how to read it, it will become your best friend and tell you the story behind the chart. Alright? So if you haven't watched our previous analysis on GoPro and also Samcam from Malaysia, click into our channel for our last episode video. And don't forget to click our subscribe button to subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss our next video. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the chart. Okay, so before we go into the particular individual stock, let's take a look on the index tonight, which is, as you can see, that the Dow Jones is making a correction over here and seems for now being supported on the MA25. And whether is it a correction or is it a real drop, then you need to monitor maybe in 1 or 2 days whether it can sustain above this moving average, the line of the support of the moving average. All right, so Dow Jones is under correction mode right now, and let's look at the Nasdaq for tonight. Nasdaq for tonight, as you can see, yep, Nasdaq is now stronger. It's much more bullish compared to the Dow Jones. So yep, it's trying to challenge the previous high, and so far, yep, it's already at a price of higher than previous closing. So whether it can create, it can hit the new high, maybe we can get the answer by tomorrow morning. All right, so yeah, so there's a short update on the index tonight. So let's get into the first counter, which is the Amazon. All right, Amazon, a company from bookstore to the e-commerce mega player, and then now to the one of the most valuable company in the United States. So yeah, let's look at the chart. All right, let's look at the chart. All right, if you see the chart in overall a bigger picture, you won't see the obvious direction. All right, you can't determine whether is it a big uptrend or a big downtrend, right? So but in this chart there is something that quite interesting, and it's worth for you to monitor closely, which is this big gap down. All right, as if from the sign over here, it may due to the earnings which announced earlier on July. So, but this big gap has brings a significant meaning to our chart over here, which is, as you can see that let me draw a circle for you. Yep. So this is the big gap. All right, this is the big gap. So the gap itself, it can be the support and also can be the resistance, as we mentioned always. So at here, at this level, the opening of the gap, you can draw a line which could be the resistance and the support, and clearly you can see it is quite a strong resistance, because here at this place, even though it's trying to hit, but still a small space over here, and then it fall back, and then last week it tried to challenge again and fill again, but this time today it has successfully break out quite a bullish one. So in order to monitor this counter, next you will need to see that whether the price can sustain above the green line, which is the previous resistance, and now turns to the support. So that is a line that you need to monitor. As long as the share price can sustain above the green line, then the stock price should continue to its uptrend and challenge the previous high of this level. All right, around this level, which is around $3,730. So yeah, so this is the my chart reading analysis for the Amazon. Okay, all right, so let's move into the second counter for the US market, which is a stock called Roblox. All right, Roblox, if I'm not mistaken, is a newly listed company, right? Yeah, it's a newly listed company and just listed on March of this year. All right, and wow, it's kind of bullish and crazy move, right? You can see that, right? So what you can see here is since from March until November, there's no much movement, not much we can see over here. But then starting from the 9th of the November, then you can see a big gap, bullish move, which started with a big gap up. Okay, with a big gap up, and then it just continue, and it can show, you can see how powerful it is. So for this kind of movement, if you ask me whether is it okay to entry, for me an answer is no, because you enter at such a high price level. It may continues to go up, but then your entry at this level will brings a greater risk for you if the price, I mean the chart just make a reverse or the U-turn from there. Yeah, so you will be trapped high. So it's not rational to enter right now. But then if you are holding this stock, there's one thing that you can monitor. Okay, so as you can see, as the movement of this stock price is kind of bullish, so there's a small gap, right? There's a small gap in between of each candlestick. So the small gap itself can be the support. Okay, so for example, today is the 18th. Okay, so as long as the coming candlestick doesn't break the previous gap, which is around the price of $124, as long as it stay above, then it still have the bullish momentum to continue the uptrend. All right, so this method, which is using the gap, is method that lets you to lock most of the profit, and you can run at the first time. All right, so but at the same time, sometimes the operator might do the testing, right, to I mean try to wash you out from the counter. Then you might miss the big trend, which maybe coming after this. So there's no one know that. So if you're worried about that and you want to ride on the big uptrend, if you think it would, so there's another method that you can use, which is to use the moving average 10 days. All right, so the moving average 10 days, like for here there's a purple line. All right, you can set in your I mean the chart, your charting software. So because the MA10 itself is quite an simple and direct I mean the indicator for the bullish movement. So as long as the share price doesn't break the MA10, it still can be considered as a bullish formation, and it still has the potential to challenge a higher price level. All right, so these are the two methods that you can use in order to keep track on this kind of bullish and crazy movement of share price. Okay, yeah, so that is the two counters for the US market, and then we move into the Malaysia market. All right, so before we move into counters, moving to individual stock, let's take a look on our index today. All right, our index today as much not much different with what we were saying in our last video. The index is still struggling to support at the double bottom support level. Okay, so for me, it's a simple reading. As long as the index doesn't break downwards, still sustain above the support, then it still have the potential to form a double bottom and come back with a rebound. It still have the chance to do that. All right, as long as it doesn't break the support. Okay, so nothing much to see over here. Just continue to monitor whether the support is able to support the index. All right, so after the index, let's get into the first counter. So the first counter that I'm going to show you today is I would say like it's the superstar of our Malaysia Bursa market, but not this year. It was the superstar for last year. All right, let me review the counter, which is TOPGLOV. Yeah, TOPGLOV. I think there's no one in Malaysia doesn't know TOPGLOV, right? I think even the friends from all over the world they know TOPGLOV due to the pandemic. Yeah, it's a king of supplies and glove. All right, have the biggest market share worldwide. So yeah, so before I go into the chart, I would like to share with you something about this counter, because I heard a lot of discussion and a lot of comments about this counter in websites, in forum, or in any public groups. There's a lot of discussion, and a lot of shareholders are still holding this counter. So at here, I won't comment on the strategy or the investment pattern of others. I won't comment on that because I know everyone has a style of investment. Everyone use different way, different strategy. So there's no right and wrong. But then the thing that I wanted to like to share to you is um it's either you're holding this stock or not. You will need to know that we as a we as an investor or as a trader, for sure we did a lot of right decision and also the wrong decision in throughout our investment journey. So either it be right or wrong, we need to learn from it. Okay, let's say if you have did a wrong trading decisions or a wrong investment decisions, what you need to do is not to get depressed and get stressed or you just ignore it. All right, close the PC. Yeah, so that's not the way. You will need to stare on it, stare on your entry, and ask yourself, all right, why were you entry at this price? What are the reasons are you buying these stocks? Yeah, ask yourself some questions and you need to learn from the mistake. All right, if you have did some mistake in your trading or in the investment, for sure you will lose some money. All right, but then the money that you lose will need to buy you a lesson. Then only it has um, the value. It is worth for you to lose it. Okay, so you will need to learn from the mistake and improve from it, and then remember not to repeat the same mistake in your next trading decision. All right, so that's what you need to do um, if you have made wrong trading decision. All right, so um, another thing is apart from this self-learning and reflection, so there's another sharing that I would like to share with you all is um, when we are investing or when we are trading, there's a very important key or a very important part that we need to be focused, which is to listen to yourself. All right, ignore the voices and ignore the noises around you, either if it is from your friends or from your colleague or from any groups that you join or any platform. All right, sometimes you just need to ignore the voices because just think about it, because all the money that you invested, all the money that you earn, all right, either you win or you lose in a trade, is all the money from you, right? You win, you get the money. You lose, it's the money from lose from you. So it's actually nothing to do with the people around you. So try not to listen too much to the public comments or to any analyst. Yeah, sometimes listen to yourself is much more important. All right, ask yourself, why are you buying these stocks? All right, if you can't find the answer, do more research, do more readings, and do more study on this counter. Yeah, so then this method you will need to apply it and practice this method in your every trade or every investment. Only then you can avoid from a lot of irrational decision. All right, then you won't simply buy and you won't simply sell and you won't simply get trapped. Yeah, so these are my as part of more sharing with all of you. So because I've been listening to a lot too much of negative comments, yeah, especially from this counter. So yeah, but no doubt, personally I can feel you. Actually I can feel you because this company is doing good. They are doing extremely good with good earnings and good prospect, all that. So yeah, but sometimes just um, things were just not going according to our way. Yeah, so I can feel that you're feeling if you're holding this stock actually, because I have been trapped actually, to be honest. Few years ago I've been trapped a lot in different counter. So yeah, so let's not comment on that. Let's get into the chart. All right, so let's get into the chart. So yeah, if I see purely from the chart, yeah, obviously it's a long down trend. All right, it's a long down trend since October of last year. It's a big and long downtrend all the way down, and you can see the momentum is very weak. Okay, what I would say that because as you can see, let me make a zoom in. All right, there's a one try over here, and a second try over here, and a third try over here. 3 times the share price is trying to break out from the downtrend resistance from the downtrend line, but sadly it fails. All right, it failed. So the downtrend continues, and then someone might ask me right now, can you tell me where's the bottom? All right, when will it stop dropping? Okay, so for this question, I'm pretty sure that no one in the market could tell you that. No one could answer that. Even the bosses, the big boss of the company itself, I'm sure that he wouldn't able to answer that because no one would know how low a price can low. I mean, how low a price can go, right? So either you're holding this stock or you are not. So after this, what are the things that you can monitor, all right, for this counter? So um, my small comment for those who are not holding this, it's still not a time for you to enter because there's no signal for any trend reversal or any bottom building yet. So there's no rush. Then there's no rush in entering. You can still put in your watch list and monitor. All right. So what are you waiting? We are waiting for a trend reversal signal. All right. So these comments can be applied same to the shareholders of this stock as well. All right. So don't simply sell or don't simply hold. You need to understand your stock. Okay. So as I mentioned about trend reversal just now, so in order to form a solid and a true and a successful trend reversal, there's two elements that need to be fulfilled. All right. The first is the moving average has to be golden cross. All right, the short term has to cross the long term moving average. That's the first element, and the second one is the candlestick has to break above the moving average, at the same time sustain above for a period of time. All right, and then only then the trend reversal can be said to be successful. All right, so as you can see for the previous few times, the trend reversal, they try to make it but they fail, right? So like for example for this first try, as you can see, all right, the candlestick has stand above but the golden cross has failed, and this one, the golden cross has successfully to be done, but then the share price, I mean the candlestick, it fails to sustain above, so it just go back down. All right, so yeah, so that's my um review on this chart of TOPGLOV. So yeah, so that's all for this counter. I speak quite long for this one, so I hope you actually learned something from my sharing. Okay, so yep, so next let's get into next counter, which is PESTECH. All right, PESTECH International Berhad. Yeah, so this is another counter that um dropped quite a lot on these few days. So you might be asking, oh, why are this video keep showing us this bearish chart? Yeah, so that's the purpose of me in this video. I'm going to share with you how to react or how to review this kind of bearish or downtrend counter, because you will need to know how to do in case you're holding or in case you're finding an entry. Yeah, so instead of looking on just bullish chart, you need to know how to adjust accordingly when you're seeing a chart like this. All right, so yeah, so that's the purpose, my purpose on this video. So I hope you can learn something from it. All right, so let's look at PESTECH. All right, PESTECH, as you can see, it's been riding on a successful trend reversal over here, and then from a quite nice of an uptrend, right? So, but then sadly, due to very bad sentiment, and I guess some big party behind is throwing the tickets, the stocks. That's why you see a big drop, or what we call it a waterfall over here, and some more with high volume. Yeah. So the next thing that you need to monitor for this counter is since the volume here is extremely high, So then you can draw a line over here. All right, draw a line over here. You put it in red color. So this line should be the final support. All right, we call it final defense. All right. So if the price has dropped, break this red line, then it will continue to go downwards. All right. And how low it will go, that one, no one could answer. All right. So that is the support that you can set for now. So if you ask me, is there any way I can escape or I can avoid from this kind of situations? All right. So my answer is yes, but no. No, 100%, because when the big selling, a massive dump just kicks in suddenly, most of the time we're unable to escape because we are not, most of us are not intraday traders, right? So yeah, but then there is one way that you can minimize your losses in case this kind of massive dump happens, all right, which is to take note, I mean to keep track and monitor on your resistance. For example, for this counter, as you can see the green line that I drawn before, this is the previous high resistance, all right, hit two times over here. Then on last week, it had the stock price has actually trying to break out of the resistance, and then the next day it fell back. All right, what does it means? For this, it means that it's a fail to break out. It's a breakout fail. All right, so it's fail to break out, which means this is this is a chance where you can choose to either take partial profit or even you can take half of your profit. All right, if you are buying at the low price, at a cheaper price, then you can choose to take partial profit, because this one, this failure to break out has shows the weak, I mean the not the weak, but say you can say that it's strong momentum are start to getting weaker, right? Start to getting weaker. So yeah, so this is a time where you can choose to take partial profit. So in case you did that way, then when this massive dump kicks in, the loss to you is minimal, all right, because you already locked half of your profit, right? So yeah, so that is one way that you can escape from this kind of massive dump, all right. So yeah, so this is my chart reading for Pestech. Okay, so yeah, so that's all for today. There are in total 4 counters that I share with you, and this video seems to take slightly longer time because I have I have did a short sharing about the mentality and also your mindset when you're holding a stock or when you're making a right or wrong decision as an investor. So yeah, I hope my analysis and my sharings um, do helps to all the audience that you're watching me right now. Thanks for your support, and I hope you learned something from a video. And you can also comment below to let us know that which stock counter that you want us to analyze for you. And lastly, please don't forget to hit the like and the share button if you like our content, and at the same time subscribe to our channel and make sure that you don't miss our next stock analysis, and together in this channel we can learn a real TA skills. All right, so that's all for today. I'm TA Buplay. See you in the next video. Bye. Don't forget to like and share.